Carrying on this theme of forgiveness then, Matthew 18:23 to 35. Therefore the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle his account with his servants. And as he began the settlement, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold was brought to him. Since he was obviously not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all that he had should be sold to repay his debt. At this, the servant fell on his knees before him. "Be patient with me," he said. "I will pay back everything." The servant's master took pity on him, cancelled the debt utterly, and let him go. But when that servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 silver coins. He grabbed him and he began to choke him. "Pay back what you owe me," he demanded. His fellow servant fell to his knees and begged him, "Be patient with me and I will pay it back." But the man refused. Instead, he went off and had the man thrown into prison until he could pay the debt. And when the other servants saw what had happened, they were outraged, and they went and told their master everything that had happened. Then the master called the servant in. "You wicked servant," he said, "I cancelled all that debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you therefore have had mercy on your fellow servant, just as I had on you?" In his anger, his master handed him over to the jailers to be tortured until he could pay back all he owed. This is how my heavenly Father will treat each of you unless you forgive your brother or sister from your heart. Wow. You see, God is like the king. We owe him absolutely everything. We owe him our very lives. Every breath we take belongs to him. He has every right to call us to account, to make us work and pay our eternal debts forever. But he doesn't. And sometimes people set up religions to try and make themselves feel good because they think they can get to God by doing good things. No, you can't. It's all grace. He forgives us everything we've ever done when we come to him and call on him. Absolutely everything. It's grace. It's undeserved. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I'm see. It's an incredible thing. God's grace is scandalous. It doesn't make sense to the world because however horrific you have been, you can be completely transformed and cleansed by one word from the King of Kings. But if we then don't forgive those who do us wrong, we become like that servant. And remember, forgive us as we forgive others. That's what the Lord's Prayer said. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. It's bonkers. It makes no sense. The measure you use to others will be used for you. And this is God speaking. So, however much we've been forgiven, we must forgive. We cannot afford to have unforgiveness in our hearts. It destroys us.